Hey guys, so today we're starting a new series I'm going to be doing called Tangent Tuesdays. And if you don't know what a tangent is, it's basically where you're just talking. You're just talking. Also, if you can hear the noises outside, I'm sorry. So yeah, tangent is just like basically like a rant. Like you're talking about something and you just go on and on and on and on. And I do that all the time anyways, and I usually cut that all out of my videos. Like, my videos would be 10 times longer if I left in all my freaking tangents. So I was like, let's just do a Tangent Tuesday where I pick a topic and I try to stay as on topic with it as possible, but that probably won't happen. So today, I was originally going to talk about, like, mental health, because I have a lot to say about that. But then I started thinking, like, about, like, books. Because I started getting back into reading again because I wasn't reading for like months. I don't think I've read a book since like May. Before then, maybe. I don't really remember. But I started rereading the Mindfuck series by S.T. Abbey. Rest in peace. That series is so good if you have not read it. It's dark romance, but like the romance isn't dark. The story is. It's about a female serial killer who falls in love with an FBI detective. And it's so good. Trigger warning, though. I don't think there are trigger warnings in the book. It is 5 books, but they're all, like, novella length. And so if you buy the Mindfuck series as a book, it'll all be all 5 books in one. And it's, like, 500, 600 pages. So it's not that crazy. But you can log them all separately on Goodreads if you're trying to meet your end of year goal. So, and they're so freaking good. And I need someone to write some fan fiction on it because there's none. I've scoured the internet. There probably might be now. I haven't looked in a while, but last time I checked, there wasn't any. So, somebody, please, please. I can't be doing everything. But I also started rereading Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I bought this book secondhand, by the way. Bought it off Pango Books. I do not support Rebecca Yarros. And yes, I did get the dragon sprayed edges. Yes, I did. Yeah, I didn't even know. Like, I bought it and I was like, man, I hope it has the dragon edges. It does. It does. And I also got it for cheaper on Pango Books than it was on, like, Amazon or anything. And I got it still, like, a week after it came out, so pretty good if I do say so myself. But yeah, there's just like so many books that I want to read. There's so many authors I love. I'm like so behind on new releases. And I just have so much to say about books in general. So I've already gone on a tangent. We're already 3 minutes in. I have a bunch of favorite authors. And I found they're all, I would say, book talk authors. I'd call them all book talk authors. But I have like a favorite author in like each genre, I guess. Like, my favorite romance author is Ali Hazelwood, which is, like, yeah, her books are, like, so cringe, but she gives me, like, millennial, like, 2016 Galaxy pants with, like, a mustache. Like, she gives me that kind of vibe, and it's also, like, so nerdy, and it's just, like, peak. It's so good. Like, I don't know what it is about her books. They're just, like, so cringe, and it's funny, and I love them. But I'm so behind. Mate's already out. Problematic Summer Romance is out. She just released a Halloween novella, and Halloween's in 2 days, and I haven't read it. I read like 30 pages of it. I'm so freaking behind. And every book I've read by her I loved, besides like Check and Mate. I didn't really care for that one. But yeah, I even liked Love on the Brain and The Love Hypothesis, which were so cringe. Obviously, Love Theoretically is one of my favorites. I haven't read it in a while, though, so I can't say it is my favorite, because I think Mate is my favorite. Or wait, no. Is it called Mate? Wait, isn't Mate the new one? No, Bride. It's called Bride. Mate is her new book. It's the second book. Bride. That one, I think, is probably my favorite Ali Hazelwood book. But again, I haven't read Love Theoretically in a while, so I can't say for certain. And then, like, Holly Black is my favorite, like, fantasy author. But I do think it is Rebecca Yarros now. I'm waiting for the 4th book very impatiently. I will also be buying that one secondhand, because I do not support her. But it's just, like, if you guys can, like, read Harry Potter still, I'm gonna continue reading the Imperial series because I'm not giving Rebecca any money. And, like, I don't talk about it ever. The only way that you would know I read her books is me telling you here and when I log it on Goodreads. That's it. That's the only way you would ever know I read it. So the only way she gets support out of me is through Goodreads. That's it. They're my ranking. Also, I gave myself a temporary tattoo. It scared me this morning. I woke up, looked at my TikTok dress, and I was like, what is that on my neck? Girl, this is my chest. I was like, girl, what the hell is that? I gave myself a temporary tattoo. I don't know why I put it there, but I did. It's my cutie mark. But yeah, I don't know what's in the Emperor series. It has to be like Coke or something because it's crazy. But I do still love Holly Black. She's the author of the Cruel Prince trilogy, which I love. The Cruel Prince was actually the first ever book talk book I ever bought and read. It was the way I got back into reading. I didn't actually finish it, so it wasn't the first book talk book I finished. That was Beach Read by Emily Henry, but The Cruel Prince by Holly Black is what brought me back into reading. And that was my sophomore year of high school, and now I'm a freshman in college, so that's so crazy how long ago it was now. But yeah, I loved that series so much. I still do. Jude is one of my favorite characters of all time. I love her so much. The third book I think is my favorite. I don't know. I constantly reread the second and third book because they're the best ones. But I have not read all of Holly Black's books. I'm gonna be honest, I have not. I read the trilogy. I read The Coldest Girl in Cold Town, which I really want to reread. It's about vampires. It's so good. It took me a minute to get into, and by a minute I mean a couple months. But once I did, it was so freaking worth it. It's such a good book. And then I also read, I'm trying to think what it's called. The Concept of Not Knowing What It's Called. Oh my god, what is it called? The Darkest Part of the Forest. It's a part of the Folk of the Air series, which is the Cruel Prince trilogy. It's the Folk of the Air series. I read that book, and it's like a prequel about like a side character that's mentioned, and like that story, and it's so good, and you should read it, and it's one of her best books. And then I read The Stolen Heir, and I have The Prisoner's Throne. I've read like 50 pages of it, haven't finished it, and then I also own the Book of Night, which I have not even started. But I think I left both of those at home. And I think the garbage guy is here. So that's fun. Yeah, I don't even remember what books I brought with me. Onyx Storm, Iron Flame, The Hunger Games, the two I haven't read yet, which is I haven't finished Mockingjay, and then I haven't read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I have not yet bought Sunrise on the Reaping because I was waiting for it to come out in that new special sprayed edge edition. This edition. I was waiting for this version of it to come out, but it's still not out yet. And I'm scared it's never gonna be released. Like come on guys, where am I in this book? Right here. I'm like 158 pages in, and I'm using an Uno flip card as my bookmark. I obviously brought A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, the British version, because I haven't read it yet, and I thought I would want to read it, and I haven't touched it. And I brought Scythe by Neil Shusterman, because I read Unwind by Neil Shusterman, and then I realized that this was like his most popular book, I think. I don't know. It was all over Book Talk. I was like, okay, well, I have to read this. I love Unwind. I only read the first book, because we read it in school. So I do plan on buying the whole series, because it was so good. Scythe and Sparrow, we'll get into Brynn Weaver in a minute. The Hate List by Jennifer Brown. I've been eyeing this at Barnes & Noble for years, and then I finally bought it, and I still haven't read it. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Hello, bro. I bought this like a while ago. Actually, I think I got it as a present. And I think it's being turned into a TV show now, and I still haven't read it, so I brought it with me, and I still haven't read it. So, Powerful by Lauren Roberts, because I haven't read this yet. And I also haven't read, Fearless? Is that the third book? I haven't read that one yet either. They have it on my campus's Barnes & Noble. I was thinking about buying it, but I'm not 100% sure, because I didn't like Powerful or Reckless, And so far I don't like Powerful either, but I'm just like, I feel like there's like one more book left. Like I feel like I should just finish it. And then Skyshade by Alex Astor. I think she has a 4th book out already, and I haven't even read this one because Lightlark and whatever the second one was called, Nightbane, were both ass. And I think this one's gonna be ass too. And the 4th one's definitely gonna be ass. And that new book she's releasing about Grimm and Oro is also gonna be ass. But for some reason, I'm still gonna read them even though I don't enjoy them at all. And I don't know why I do that to myself. I'm doing it with Throne of Glass too, because I did not like the first book at all, but I'm literally listening to Crown at Midnight. Well, I'm not anymore because I canceled my Spotify subscription. But I do have the book at home. I don't think I brought it with me. I did bring it. When the Moon Hatched, I think this one's about dragons, and I really like dragons. That's why I bought it. The Fake Mate, which is about a doctor and a werewolf. And so I was like, oh my god, this is like Mate, but it also has a doctor. So, and I was really liking doctor media at the time. Like I was watching Grey's Anatomy. I had just read Lights Out, which the main character is a nurse. So I was like, obviously, I need to read this. And obviously, it's a werewolf. So I was like, yeah, it's going to be like Mate. Or Bride. It's called Bride. Mate is the second one. I Kiss Shara Wheeler. I bought Red, White, and Royal Blue and then didn't read it because then I realized I don't like men. So why am I reading yaoi? Like, I don't like this. So I gave it to my friend who does like yaoi. And then I bought this book. And I also bought One Last Stop. I don't know why I bought 2 more Casey McQuiston books when I didn't even read. I haven't read one of them, but I bought 3 Casey McQuiston books now. And then The Reappearance of Rachel Price, which I still haven't read. And we will get to Holly Jackson in a second as well. Just let me put these books away. I'm a little bit of an over-consumer when it comes to books. And that's on complete accident. I either go through like, oh my god, why does my hair keep doing that? I either go through 8 books a week or 0 books in 3 months. So I never know how fast I'm going to read books. I'm like a toddler with berries. You know, like one week your toddler's eating every berry in the house. And then the next week you have all these berries and your toddler won't eat a single one. So that's what it feels like. It's just like I never know how many books I'm going to read. And I have auto-buy authors, which is Allie Hazelwood, Holly Black, Holly Jackson, Bryn Weaver. I will just buy their newest release because I know I'll like it. And then I don't even read it. So it's just like, well, what the hell am I doing? Anyways, so my next favorite author is for the YA murder mystery genre. I do love this genre. It's probably the one I read the most in. And it's the one that most of my favorite books come from. And so my favorite author is obviously Holly Jackson. Good Girl's Guide to Murder is literally incredible. I've written so much fan fiction about it. It's bad. It's bad. My addiction is bad. Everybody in my life knows about this book series. They know about the show. They know everything about it. Like, I can't shut up about A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I still love it. 5 Survive was super good. And I have not yet read The Reappearance of Rachel Price. So, and also I don't even have her new book yet, which is called Not Quite Dead Yet, I think. So really I'm just like a fake fan. Because she literally has like a couple of books. And I haven't even read her 2 new releases. But we'll get there, okay? One day, we'll get there. My favorite author in the, like, dark romance genre is Bryn Weaver. I love dark romance, but only when it's the plot that's dark. I don't like when the romance is dark. Like, Haunting Adeline haunts my nightmares, bro. I've read a lot of dark romance where the romance is dark, where the plot's dark, where both is, etc. The only time it's good is when the plot is dark, but the romance is not. If the romance is dark, I'm not reading it. So, like Lights Out by Nefessa Allen. It was incredible. It was truly an experience. And I cannot wait to read her next book as well. But I'm going to have to buy it on Audible because, again, I canceled my Spotify membership. Actually, I probably won't even buy it on Audible. Does anybody have any, like, audiobook recommendations for where I can listen to audiobooks? Because I do plan on, like, getting rid of Kindle and Audible altogether because they're all owned by Amazon. And I'm done with Amazon. Like, I'm done with it, so. Prime Video's gone, Amazon's gone. I just need to get rid of Audible and Kindle. And I don't even use Audible, so I don't even know why it's still on my phone. And yeah, I had to get rid of Spotify. So, Spotify's gone. I use Qbuzz. I don't really know how to say it. That's what I use for music now. But they don't have audiobooks on there, I don't think. So, I need someone to tell me where I can listen to audiobooks. Because both of my biggest places for audiobooks are gone. It's gone. I'm not using it anymore. And I want to listen to her new album, Caught Up, on audiobook. Please. And thank you. Anyways, but Bryn Weaver, oh my god. The first Bryn Weaver book I ever read was Black Sheep. And this is like, literally, it's the black sheep of her catalog. I swear nobody's read this freaking book. I found it because of Heather McLary, who is literally my favorite book talker, my favorite booktuber. I love her. I want to be her. I'm in love with her. Like, I'll watch her videos and it legitimately feels like we're on FaceTime talking to each other. And this is like the only person I feel like that with. But I feel like it's because she has such a small community that I feel that way, because it truly feels like she's just talking to me and not like hundreds of thousands of other people, even though she technically is. Listen, I'm parasocial for her and I don't care. I do not care. I love her. She's my favorite. Best girl. But yeah, she recommended Black Sheep for people who loved the Mindfuck series. And usually I don't take random recommendations when I don't know anything about the author or anything about the book at all. But when I tell you that that series had me in a chokehold and I couldn't find anything like it, so I had to read Black Sheep. It wasn't that good. Like, when I first read it, I was like I wasn't a huge fan of it, and I just kind of like skimmed through a lot of it, I feel like. But I really want to reread it because I feel like I'd like it a second time better. But my favorite Bryn Weaver book is another underdog of hers. It's called Marrow. It's so good. It's so good. It is her best book. It's better than Butcher and Blackbird. It is. Read it if you have not already. I swear. If you liked Butcher and Blackbird, if you liked Lights Out, if you liked the Mindfuck series, you're gonna love Marrow. Just freaking read it. It's so good. It's worth it. It's so freaking worth it. Again, it's about like 2 serial killers, but one is stalking the other, and there's like science involved because he's a scientist, and she works with him, and they're colleagues, and there's rivalry involved. It is so freaking good. Butcher and Blackbird obviously is my favorite in the series, even though I have not read Scythe and Sparrow yet. She literally, I think she has a new book out too. I don't remember what it's called. She has a new book out and I need to read it. Oh, and she also has a novella, a Halloween novella. And I have it saved on Amazon on Kindle and I need to read it. That's the only reason I still have Kindle, is because I need to finish reading my fucking novellas. And I'm also reading the Mindfuck series on there, and then I'm going to get rid of the Guys, I promise, okay? My mom still pays for it, so technically it's her money. She pays for Prime. I don't have Kindle Unlimited. I have Prime. Trying to convince her to get rid of Amazon, though. So, working on it. But, oh my gosh, that series is so good. What was the second one called? Leather and Lark. That one was still good. It's not my favorite. It's definitely, like, my second favorite, but I've also only read those two. But it was still so good. Like, usually, the second book in a series like that, like an interconnected standalone, isn't that good. Or at least, like, one of them is, like, significantly better than the other. But that one, they're, like, pretty close. Butcher and Blackbird is better, but Leather and Lark is also so good. Like, it's just so funny. She's so funny. Like, I love authors that write with humor, as you can probably tell from my list of favorite authors. Eat it up like spaghetti. I don't know the dance. I don't know why I always try to do K-pop dances. I don't know any of them. Like, I know, like, a little bit of Gnarly. And then, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, It's better than yours, damn right. It's better than yours, I could teach you, but I'd have to chart. That's all I know. Oh, and then that was pretty good though, right? That was pretty good. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of controversial takes on books now because of how popular book talk is. But honestly, it's just like, who cares? You're reading, aren't you? And as long as you're not reading anything that's like disgusting and vile, and like you're not supporting someone that's like that, I don't know why people care so much about what you read. Now, if you're a teenager, that's another story. If you're like 16 and younger, I feel like that's who should be policed more with books, because you should absolutely not be reading Colleen Hoover if your brain isn't fully developed. I read November 9th by Colleen Hoover when I was like 15, 16. And I'm gay, so that it didn't affect me, but I've had friends who have read Colleen Hoover and they're like, I want that. I want that in a man. I don't care if he beats on me. You don't care if he what? Her books are very negative, and there's a lot of books that are like that. Like, I cannot tell you how many books I've read where there's like so much internalized misogyny. And if the story's about that, if the story's about feminism and misogyny and it being internalized, then yeah, that's fine. But when you're writing a romance book where your male main character looks at the female main character's ass and says, is she wearing a thong? What color is it? I bet it's red. And then goes home with her and skips out of her bedroom saying, it's red. What? We laughed at our son's big balls? What? No, see, that's the kind of stuff that needs to be policed. Not like, you're not reading real literature. That book you're reading is cringe. Who asked? Who asked?
What are you, a fucking owl?
Who cares? Like, I'm sorry I'm not reading Shakespeare. I've read Shakespeare, yes. But I'm sorry I'm not reading it for entertainment. Like, are the only movies you watch the ones with educational value? No? Oh, so why is it different with reading? Books are just not taken in the same way. Like, people don't deal with books the same way that they treat music or television or whatever. Because if you went up, like, if somebody asked you what your favorite movie was and you said, oh, my favorite movie is like, Bottoms, they'd be like, oh, yeah, that's a funny movie, it's so unserious. But like, what's your favorite, like, you know, what's your favorite intellectual movie? You'd be like, oh, you know, like, what's an intellectual movie? What's gonna get the film bros like, oh, she knows peak. Yeah, like, my favorite intellectual movie is like The Godfather. Then they would be fine. They'd be like, oh, well, you have a funny movie you like, serious movie, but it doesn't matter which one's truly your favorite because you're watching both. And even if you don't watch both, it's like, oh, well, it's just an escape from reality. So it's like, yeah, you can watch Yo Gabba Gabba for fun. That's fine. It's not going to ruin your intellect. But when it comes to books, suddenly it's different. I don't... Like, why is it different? It's a book. It's another form of entertainment. Like, if somebody asks me what my favorite book is, and I say, my favorite book is fucking Fourth Wing, they're gonna be like, your favorite book is Fourth Wing? Don't you know how uneducational and horribly written that book is? Did I ask? No, did I ask? No. I did not. So why are you telling me that? Because I already knew. I'm not reading this book, this particular text. I'm not reading it to gain any sort of educational value. I'm not in school. I'm not reading a textbook. I'm not reading this because dragons are real and I'm trying to learn about them. I'm confused on how you came to that conclusion that I cared that this book is horribly written. And even then, that's subjective. Like, I don't think it's that horrible of writing. Like, yeah, it's a little cringy at times. Yeah, it's a little, like, why'd you write that? But it's also, like, you're acting like it was a 12-year-old that wrote this and that it's gibberish. Like, yeah, I've read fan fiction that's better than this. But also at the same time, it's like, what about you? What about your writing skills, babe? Oh, you don't have any? Cool. 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 No, cool. Cool. No, cool. That's fine. That's good for you. I like that for you. It makes me so mad. Because it's like, you can have both. You can like both. You can listen to Mozart and Gnarly by Cat's Eye. You can read Jane Austen and Allie Hazelwood. I don't know why people think that you have to pick and choose. Because it's not a pick and choose scenario. One of my favorite books of all time, Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. That's one of my favorite books. It was so incredible. The symbolism was like, it genuinely, that book, it makes you think. I still think about that book all the time. I see things in real life. I'm like, this is so Fahrenheit 451. That book is so good. I love it. But also one of my favorite books is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Get over it. I'm nuanced. I have layers. I'm an onion, bro. Like, I can like multiple things at once. And I do like multiple things at once. One of my favorite movies is Bottoms. I also love Catherine Called Birdie. Two very unserious movies that are comedies that are not meant to be taken seriously at all. But I also love movies like Black Swan that truly get you thinking, that are truly intellectual. I watch video essays on movies like that because I like learning more about them and all of the different aspects of it. I like watching psychological horror movies like Hereditary and Midsommar because they get you to think. They get you to see new angles of the world. But I also like watching Powerpuff Girls. I don't know why. And it's especially with women and things that women like because it's internalized misogyny at its finest. And just blatant misogyny at its finest. And people do this with music too. Like, I didn't even know who Cat's Eye was when Gnarly first came out. And everyone was talking about it. And they were like, Gnarly is the worst song I've ever heard. Fried chicken. Gnarly. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Don't care. At all. And you know what? If I'm going to sit here and have this conversation with you, I'm going to say it. Most Studio Ghibli movies are more intellectual and have more thought into them and more love and care and teach you more lessons than most movies targeted towards men do. And you film bros want to come in here and say that your favorite movie is the best movie ever made and is so intellectual and shows the whole, like, the world, and it breaks it down, and it's like who humans are at their core. If you wanted to know that, you simply could have just watched, like, Ponyo or something. Like, you didn't have to watch this boring-ass 3-hour-long documentary. You literally, Howl's Moving Castle is right there. Spirited Away, also incredible. I don't understand where we're coming from with this point, because your argument is not made because a lot of kids' movies do it better. And they're movies made for kids. So they're also easily understandable. But they also have so many more layers. And you know what I also hate on top of that? And now we're getting away from books because this is a tangent, babe, and I'm still going. Bluey is literally one of the most emotionally intelligent shows ever. It is. It is. And you can sit there and say that it's for kids all you want. I hear all your complaints, all your arguments. Trust. I can't tell you how many times I've been bullied for liking that damn show. It's for kids. It's a blue dog. It's on Disney Junior. Okay? Okay? Like, you can like Hello Kitty, but I can't like Bluey. And you don't even like Hello Kitty for real, because you haven't even seen any of the movies. I got them on DVD, babe. You want to go band for band? Let's go band for band. Like, your favorite character is My Melody because she's one of the most popular. And it's fine if your favorite character is My Melody, by the way. I don't care. I'm just insulting people to insult them. But, like, Bluey is genuinely, like, That show makes me cry. And I don't cry often, especially not with like a piece of media. But Bluey makes me cry almost every time I watch it. Like the episode, what's it called? Onesies? The concept of a Bluey episode talking about miscarriage. Oh, and the episode The Sign. All of the episodes that come before it, the concept of Bluey having the most incredible foreshadowing. Like, that's genuinely how I feel watching that. Like, it's amazing. And I've also watched numerous video essays on Bluey. And I don't care. And they're all by, like, grown adults who have degrees. And, like, there's this one guy that I watch, he literally is, like, a child psychologist. And he makes video essays about Bluey and the psychology behind it. It's incredible. It's truly incredible. If you've never seen a Bluey video essay, I definitely recommend. I've seen, like, all of them that exist, ever. So, and with that, I will leave this tangent here because I have somehow stopped talking about books and started talking about films, and also because I've already filmed for a half hour and I'm gonna have to edit it down to not be a half hour, hopefully 20 minutes. But thank you for coming along on my tangent, and I think next time we're talking about The Last of Us or something. No, next time we're talking about My Little Pony. And if you're curious on why Twilight Sparkle is my least favorite My Little Pony and I fucking hate her, tune in. Bye.